Hello, everyone. Thanks to Aleph's invitation, my partners from the region. I've been able to arrive to you today from Warsaw, where I was introduced through this long speech. I'm happy to work with our partners and agencies in the Central Eastern Europe region, including Balkan countries, including Bulgaria, for almost 10 years in Meta. And today I will be speaking to you about how we call it the true impact of the digital strategy. I will try to explain how to measure the success of the connection between Meta and search and some learnings of our cooperation with the thousands of partners, advertisers around the world, and how they do that. And when we think about it, the biggest challenge for you today and overall in advertising is not to pay for the customers who would buy your products anyway. What does it mean? There are some people who might see your ads, but they don't need to. Yeah, they already decided to buy your products, but they see the ads again on Meta, search, whatever. Yeah, but they might not need to see it. And it's possible to think about how to tackle the challenge. And what is standing behind the challenges? There are three shifts which are making, let's say, the challenge worse. The first one is the discovery. Yeah? So people are discovering all the products and services more into the social platforms, and I will go to the data in the second. Second shift on the social platform is this the switch to video. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, on the social platforms people watch video. And third one, massive for the problem, is the digital shift to privacy. And speaking of the data, today majority of all of the discovery decisions are happening on the social platform. This or that, mostly on the mobile phones. And on the social platforms, over 60% of the content is video. There are some platforms which are 100% video. And the problem with video is that just on average, you can speak for your own data, they get lower CTRs. Yeah, so they get lower CTRs, which means they have less clicks. And that creates the challenge for the classic last click attribution. Yeah, because they get less click. It doesn't mean that they don't get attention. Yeah, they work for sales. And the third one is this digital shift to privacy, which is probably, especially in the European Union, one of the probably the biggest of all, as we cannot measure the clicks accurately. One of some recent studies showed that for multi-touch, not for the last click, for multi-touch attribution, average number of the channels attributed is 1.4 for multi-touch, which is basically, it's also the last click, even for multi-touch. And going deeper with the data, click, it's all happening when we are seeing all of this major change driven by AI. Yeah? So just recently, Meta launched Meta AI in Bulgaria, European Union. Have anyone used that? If not, maybe you're using, I don't know, Google Gemini is amazing. I'm using it to answer the question about Meta, ChatGPT, etc. When it's happening, you probably are aware, especially as a marketeers, that it's shifting some of the traffic, usually coming from search, to the different place. Yes, so based on the data by Gartner, just the next year, AI recommendations and all the AI tools will decrease the number of the search traffic by 25%. It's massive. Yeah, so we're thinking about the global numbers. And going even deeper, let's come back here. In 2018, majority of the discovery for if we think about let's say all users globally, majority of this discovery of the new products was happening on the TV and search, just traditional challenge. Yeah, it's channels. Sounds like makes sense. Yeah, people were going to the search and seeing the products for the first time. And by this global web index data, in the last year, social was 47% of all discovery already, so leading by far. and you can imagine it's only growing, and this data is covering group of all, 18 plus. But if we think about the younger generation, the numbers are different by far. So probably it will be closer to 100%. Some might say unfortunately, but for some people it might be social media just as a major channel for discovering everything. Speaking further, when I think about this, also about the discovery, I think about my wife. My wife, probably some of you seen sometimes people when they see in the phone, they are scrolling. Yes, they scrolling, and then they change the direction. They start scrolling horizontally, and this is typically my wife. But I also see it people when I travel in Warsaw, in the tram or in the metro. People also scroll this way. They probably see carousel ads. They see some product catalogs or this or other platform, and this is how my wife discovered the products. And she said, I'm coming to Instagram, specific to Instagram, because I like the products I see there. So she's coming there to discover new stuff, new clothes, etc. And I asked her, do you use search at all? And she said, that's a quote. I don't use it because I'm waiting for the products to reach me again. So if she likes something, she's waiting for the brand to reach her again. And the only occasion for her, and she's just like, she's not in the marketing as we do, only occasion for her to go to search is when the ad of the product doesn't reach her again. So she's really waiting. She was like specifically not going. So, but if the product don't reach her again on the Instagram, Facebook, or any other mobile platform, she goes to search and she looks for the product. And she is typically post-view buyer. So she doesn't need to click to decide, okay, I'm buying this product or this brand, I like it. So this is typically post-view. And by our data, post-view purchases for the younger generation, my wife is rather boomer like me. So, and for the younger generation, post-view is significantly higher. So here is the six purchases on average are made post-view per user. And in the traditional attribution, this kind of people are totally misattributed. This kind of people will not be attributed correctly in the last click. Because if they eventually go to search, you will not see it. Or it will be direct traffic, because this is how it works for them. Okay, that was for the background of the challenge, but as a marketers, we think about the challenges as opportunities, of course, and I'm here to speak about opportunity. And definitely one of the opportunities is automation, and I can speak for Meta here. Click. Automation brings for us some, let's say, the new tools to reach those people who will never reach you again. It's just like my wife. So we are better in finding people who won't be your customer if you will not reach her by the ads, because they don't search your products. They don't go to this or other traditional place. They see your product for the first time and they go to the purchase. Just speaking by the Meta, to not go to the details, we can see that our automations like Advantage Plus, they are decreasing the cost of the new purchase, this incremental purchases, by 25%. If you think about just by the purchases of the customer who are your customer, you might not see this data, but for the new customers, decrease might be massive. So that's for Advantage Plus, and that brings us opportunity. So this kind of products and automation will not replace search. So we are not coming here to say about replacing it. They work together. It's very important because search is addressing this pre-existing intent of the customer. So people really already think, I'm looking for the car, so I'm going to the search and looking at red 4on4, something like this, and eventually you will see some non-branded search ads, etc. But there is bigger amount of the people, customers, who don't know yet that they don't know that they want to buy your brand. So they may eventually think, I like buying shoes, I like buying this or that, or I like to go for a vacation. And for those people with predictive intent, predictive, it means that they are interested in the category. You can reach them with some automation. Yeah, on Meta is Advantage Plus, but also as a marketers, we know there is also this potential intent. So there is literally everyone in Balkan countries in Europe who can potentially be interested in the category, but they don't know yet. Yeah, so the new services, new products, etc. And for this kind of customers, you need to build awareness. So I want to also to remember that there is no success in direct response or performance without awareness. They need to work together. So there is no silos. So by all data, they need to work together. And these guys you are reaching with the awareness campaigns. And that brings me to the conclusion of opportunities. We'll move forward in a second. So what we want to do, first we know we want to increase your search volumes because we know it works. Yeah, we know the search works, but how to increase it? And second, how to maximize the incremental sales together. And fortunately, we have some solutions, and I will be speaking about it now. Solution is search lift. What is the search lift? I will step back in a second. What you are able to do, even now, if you have a computer here in the stage, you will be able to go to you or your agency, your partners, can create events in the Meta business tool, in Events Manager, etc., to measure specific custom conversions coming from traffic, coming from the traffic from search. So on Meta, you can see specifically traffic coming from specific UTMs on your page. Might be a specific search, etc. So first you need to create these events. I will not go to the details here. You have a partners like Aleph to speak about how to do it, but you can do it. You can just Google it, how to do it, and you can create these events, or go to the partners. But first you can measure it, and you can see literally in Ads Manager. Yeah, so this amount of the traffic from my campaign went to my page through actually some search. And because of that, if you have this kind of data, you can go further with search lift study. Yeah, so this is, let's say that the first one was like, okay, this is the early stages, and this is already the professional. What is a search lift study? So search lift study is kind of A/B test. Yeah, so there's A/B test. We are comparing two groups, randomized groups. One of these groups is exposed to everything, literally everything, outdoor, indoor TV, search, YouTube, Spotify, everything, and Meta. And one group is exposed to everything, but not Meta. Yeah, so they are similar. Only difference is that one of the group will not see ads on Meta. All of the ads, not only performance. Awareness, performance, everything. And after the study ends, you will be able to see the difference of the lift. Lift is the blue part of the bar. So it's the difference of the amount of the search traffic coming from the specific UTMs through the campaign. And we call it lift, and it shows the incremental traffic, and it won't happen without Meta. And it's pretty simple to just to set up. Yeah, you need to create this custom conversions, run the search lift, and then you have some data to identify and evaluate your decisions. Okay, you might think, okay, but does it really work? Yes, it works, and I will show you a couple of examples of the learnings from all around the world and different verticals. One of the first case study we've seen in Europe is coming from Romania, from Vodafone, and Vodafone ran this search lift study, and they were able to see that Meta increased the organic search by 22% and 25% by the paid search, and most importantly, 3 times more incremental sales should be attributed to Meta versus the last click. For the any other verticals, and I will run through this. Airlines, very traditional search. Finnair, they've seen the same. So after the study, they were able to see that there was the massive increase of the organic searches and the paid searches by the Meta ads, all of their advertisement. If you go to the even more traditional search verticals like automotive, this increase is higher. Here is Toyota from Italy, and incremental lift in the Google organic search traffic is 53%. So Meta was driving people to make this thinking about, okay, maybe I'm looking for this car, so I'm looking for this on the Google. And going deeper, for the verticals which are not search at all, yeah, so like apparel, here in Oakley, this increase will be only higher. Here in the Oakley, it's the Meta drive 96% lower cost by search. So without Meta, you will have 96% higher costs of your search because you will not have this extra traffic. And you might think, okay, Paweł, but it's maybe not everywhere, it's different here. No, the results of the studies are very similar everywhere. What we've seen last year, we made 654 studies like this, and the results everywhere are very similar by the data. Meta is always able to drive this incremental search traffic. Very interestingly, for the advertisers with the higher brand spend, so those who go full funnel, they also drive the increase, and they also drive this massive incremental non-branded paid search. So non-branded paid search, so it means the awareness campaigns build the thinking about, okay, I'm buying a car, but I don't know if it's Toyota or Skoda. Yes, so that means that awareness works. Okay, but you might think at the end, okay, Paweł, but it's different in Bulgaria or in Balkans. It's not just this month we finished the first studies of search in Bulgaria with Aleph. First one was run with the local beauty clinic, rather small budget, and we've seen 11.5% of the organic search traffic. So very similar to the learnings we have globally. But we also ran the second study with the e-commerce with rather big budget, and here incremental organic search traffic and incremental paid search traffic, it's, I would say, surprising. Yeah, not say crazy. It means that there is some massive increase of this traffic. You can say that it won't happen without this advertisement. If you want to know more about this, just go to Aleph. They know all of the details. That's all from me. Thank you. And I'm leaving this with the QR code at the end. Thank you very much.